Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man and Tears of Gothics. Once again. This time, fire making XP. Oh boy. Switching between fire making and prayer. So that's okay. And now, we need to get things out of the looting bag for the final quest. Is what I would say if there wasn't another one. So we get to do the second to last quest on the list twice. Was not quite quick enough to get the quest kit before this happened, but it's not a difficult one by any means. So still need to get things out of the looting bag, and so I will by jumping in the wilderness. Got only the defense of Mystic, but often we're out here with nothing at all, so it's not a huge situation. Destroy the looting bag, pick everything up, and my goodness, is it a lot of things. Did make sure that there was going to be enough inventory space. So that's nice. And now we go get another looting bag. And then there is one other thing to do before the new quest. Just like the chat box here says, many quests have had their XP rewards increased. And we've completed many quests. So we can talk to a few different people and get some stuff. Just for free. Super convenient. All of this. 224,000 agility, 28,000 construction, 25,000 crafting, 26,000 farming, 35,000 fire making, 40,000 fishing, 30,000 herblore, 55,000 hunter, 102,000 mining, 25,000 runecraft, 90,000 slayer, 75,000 smithing, 104,000 thieving, and 66,000 woodcutting XP. Yes. Yes, I would like to have all that. Yes, please. And that's not even all of them, I don't think. Let us see how many levels we got from that. That is 71 fire making, 76 mining, 73 rune crafting, 73 smithing, and that's it. 4 levels, not too shabby. But that is not all the levels we can get. So I'm going to go and get some more levels. Well, in theory, get more levels, but more experience, at any rate. For the quests, where you have a choice of what experience you get, you have to go to the actual quest people for it. Like here, with Random Circle, for Legends Quest. And all this experience that we're getting is the leftover extra that was added. So if you just complete quests now, you would just get the regular XP. Just straight up. So we got 4 lamps here. And this is going to go into herblore. 22,000. Multiply that by 4. That is some hefty experience from Legends Quest. Level 79. Amazing. And then we do have one final location with the quest we've completed. Ivanstrom, down here in the Marquee base. Improved reward for Sins of the Father. And we can choose, so it's going in herblore. 15,000, 15,000, and 15,000. No additional level there, but made a decent chunk of the way towards level 80 there. So that's nice. All herblore levels are always a good thing to have. But now, the Garden of Death. The quest starts way over here out in the middle of nowhere, south of Mount Quidamortem, past the Kebo Swamp, and nearly to the edge of the world, where we have a big hole and some supplies in a camp. Take some bread and some secateurs, bronze dagger and wooden shield. Always a good choice. Somebody was cooking here, at least somewhat recently. We got goblins nearby. Well, the camp, despite being very messy, doesn't exactly look ransacked. So, search the tent and start the Garden of Death, where we find a journal. This is Cassande's journal, and he has been looking into the Old Ones. A very interesting topic to be investigating. The Old Ones seem to have a lot more presence down to the south in the kingdom of Varlamore. What with all the ruins from some ancient civilization. Up in Koren, though, there's less talk of the Old Ones. The Archaeus Library really doesn't mention them either, which is highly peculiar. Maybe they're hiding something. What we do have here in Cabos is lizardman structures. Or at least, that's what we think it would be. But if you look closely, you can see very obvious similarities between the architecture here and the Old One ruins in Varlamore. This is no coincidence, or so he thinks. There's no known Old One ruins out here, so possibly the lizardmen adopted the architectural style. It's been a hard journey, but some discoveries have been made. Time to find some answers. And the answers are going to be down this hole. Again, very similar architecture to all the lizardmen places. But we also have some kind of farming patches and various tables full of things. Starting with a stone tablet. It is in a different language, so we really can't do much with it. But we find a note stuck to the back of the tablet, which we will take. It's got the same handwriting as the journal. This is the same guy looking at stuff here. And this is some translations. It's got below and under, gardens, structures, methods, needs. And it's up to us to translate more things. So, with the starting words, there is a garden under something. This looks to be the garden, and we are under, so that's a good start. And we can look around for various bits and bobs in these ruins. See what there is to see. First up, we've got a bit of a map with a few things labeled. Got a compass rose facing north We got an island, a lake. So, starting off nice and easy here. We find possible translations for a few words. Helps if you spell it right. Island and lake. So that alone gives us some information here. Something to the north, garden below, lake, island. But we can keep looking around for more bits to get more clues. Find a dirty note in this vase. We don't mention that's the same handwriting, but it's continuing to talk about the same things here. So he's translated a few words, but they're going to need to discover more to make sense of any of this. The words are very generic, have multiple connected meanings, can easily change from sea to river, and also cold. So lots of options for what things could mean, which is worth bearing in mind as we try to translate things here. Another table over here. We have another carving. This one of showing how to go about planting a plant in a plant pot and then watering it. With, again, some things labeled. We've got a Thane Toka, and an Atti's Toka. If we look at the list of words, we already have Thane. That's a garden. It could also probably be a plant. Toka, Atti's Toka, lake, water. And it's going to be a plant, container, water container. So that gives us a little more information. Keep looking around. We find a Miki Toka. We already have Toka as container. And this is an hourglass. So it contains time. And that is enough to translate the stone tablet here. Something time, something container. Do something container north. Go to the garden plant below or under the lake water island. So north, go below water island. Check the map. The only island we can really get to is Mulk Island. Due to inventory space, we're going to need to destroy the hint items as we go. But as long as we've gotten all the words on each, we should be okay. To Mulk Island. And when we get here, down another hole. Everything here seems to be buried. That's going to be a theme. Got some vines here, and another note. Vines everywhere. Very much in the way. They need to contend with the vines, so they went back to their camp to pick up the secateurs. But somebody stole their journal. They're not alone in their search. They'll need to be cautious. It was us. We stole the journal. Secateurs got the vines. Yep, got them. Go for it. Squeeze through the vines. Now the question is, if they returned to get the secretaries, notice the journal was missing. How did we miss them? If they got to here, went back, picked up the secretaries, notice their journal was missing. It must have been during the time that we were underground in the previous place. Well, then where were they at? Not going to worry about it too much. So I'm going to keep searching tables, finding things. We got a new tablet. Something's needed or required. There's a container that needs some kind of plant method below the water. Something. Or a lake. So once again, we will look around in all the various bits. We've got some very old compost. On the base reads Thane Kuout. In our translation notes, Thane is plant, and Kuout is a new one. So, compost. It's going to be more specific than that. How about we go with food. Plant food. You can call it that. And there's going to be, like the top ones here, multiple words, like lake and water. So if some of the translations feel a little bit awkward, that'll be why. We find a body rune titled Olcat. We'll go with body here. Very good. Another vase. This one has a carving. We got some Akitoka on the Ayak Kuout. Miki Ayak. So we got some kind of poison container. Go with that. Poison. Poison. And then we've got a bug or something. It's eating it. Food. And then it's a dead something. Time. Dead. Death can also be Miki. So time and death. Interesting combination. What we really need now is Ayak. This is a dead Ayak. This is Ayak food. The plant, I guess. Gonna be an animal. Ayak. Beautiful. What else we got in here? Another table. This one does look like it has two things on it, but we'll only grab one. Another map. We got west. We got the lake again. And a Flane Exali. Let's pop on west here. Then the Flane Exali is garden plant, bit of a forest flame. all that's left is Xali. This is the forest area. It's on land. We have water and lakes and everything. Land. Semicolon and. Sure. And that's enough translations. I think we still have another chest here. Might as well see what's inside. Akitoka. We already had that from the picture here. You can tell by the skull and crossbones. Yep, that's poison. A body is needed. A body is required. Tall. Food, body, container. Need a kind of forest. Method. West. Under the poison waterland. Missing some words. But at least it gets us enough information where we need to go next. West. Under the poison waterlands. So, swamp area. So let's head west. And through these vines. At the swampy temple here, with its swamp lamps and swamp priest. Another hole. Right next to a structure. That's a good place to start looking for things. Alright. Another room. More farming areas. A stone table in the middle. Interesting. Let's start looking around. We got a new tablet. Some kind of method. There's a body. Something container something. Death. Time, poison, needed. Death. Death, forest. Below or under forest structure. Alright. Searching. We find a compass. It's got all 4 directions on it. We can just add those other 2 we don't already have to the list. We got south and east. Beautiful. This tablet has added southeast. Not as one word. The language just has it all separated like that. Very good. Search his face. Find another carving. This time we've got containers. They're moving them to multiple places, taking them out. So we move the containers. Yep. And then when they get to the place, place them here. Arrive here. And take them out. Another table. Another carving. This one they're making some kind of sign. We got Teapath Lane, Chuyoka, and Yoka. Teapath Lane, Yoka. We don't have Yoka either. Flame is plant. Chop the plant. Teapat. kind of instructions. Let's see what else we have. Another carving. We got a yes and a no here. And then containers, a broken container. Let's start with yes and no. You could just go through here and just put in any words you want. And that was broken. Yep, T-Pat was broken. Or just break. Yep. So you're breaking a plant, this tree. And then you're making some kind of instruction. Okay. So we're still missing a little bit here. Oh, we've got almost all the words here. So we either need tall or chua. Making, if this is a yoka, this is the process of making a yoka. So make. And that's enough. So we still have tall, but besides that, they've moved the process, yes. Body, yes. Some container, yes. Time or death arrives here. It needs a poison. And it makes tall. In time, the plant moves southeast under a garden, plant, forest, structure building. So we're going to go southeast to a garden, forest, structure building. It's going to be ancient things. So not these tents from Shazian. Let's go to the main big temple over here. That'll work. And here's another hole. Presumably, the person whose journal we stole, Cassandra here, is the one that made all these holes, since these were not open before. So we'll keep an eye out. Got some stones here, rubble. And this is looking worse than the previous areas have been. Check our tablet here. Death, poison, no. Forest makes something death. Move, something, something breaks. No tall. No tall container. Zemitol breaks. Alright. We look for clues. We got a carving. We got the Rallo and Rani. Sun and the moon. We got tall Thanes and Miki Thanes. So this one is alive, this one's dead. Sun. Yes. Moon. Yes. Dead Thanes. And alive Thanes. Not quite. Life. Right. We got another table here with another carving. We got another creature. Yes. Take the creature, you get plants. Don't, you get dead plants. So that's just more of a farming tip than anything, really. That's okay. Another table over here. Another carving. We're making pots. Very fun. They make the pots, break the pots, Make more pots. Amazing. We find home teleport tablets and Antil. So, home. That's enough words for the final tablet. We're still missing like 1, 2 things, I guess. So, what's in this rebel? It's another note. Something different about this place. A stench of death, where the Strangler was born. Don't know about any Strangler. We got some strange vines. That could be it. I don't know. Strangle vines? Could be. So we're just missing a mock and Siwa. Don't think we really had anything with those on it. So we don't really have any clues to go on for those. So let's just read the final tablet here. See what information we can get. Time, poison, no. Plant makes moon time or death. Move home. Home breaks. No life. No life containers. Zematol breaks. And in the back we find a note. I'll take it. You take the note. And this is from the guy that we've been almost chasing after at this point. They know that we're following him, although we're just kind of bumbling through here. We've discovered the truth. He must be a much better translator than we are, because his investigation has found evidence of soul transference before Arceus. The old ones did soul transference. And then they destroyed themselves. So, we all see how that went. He's going to continue looking for the remaining knowledge of the old ones. And he also wants to find the secrets of soul transference. And time will tell if we are friend or foe. Until we cross paths again. Well, more for the first time, but yeah. Cassandra Shah. That is the quest complete. We got 10,000 farming XP for, I guess, looking at a bunch of farming patches and cutting some vines. And 1 quest point. If we go back here into the word translations, we can get the rest of the possible options here. Animals can be creatures. Food could be eat or feed. Earth, land, ground. Adding in a whole bunch of extra translations makes there a lot more options. Just kind of make things complicated though. We could destroy stuff, we could break the stuff, or we could build instead of create, or maybe even make. Success as a yes, failure as for no. Move, transfer, deliver, amok is a few or a small number or a little amount. And Suya is the opposite of that. Big, many, plenty. We got the light from the sun, darkness from the moon. Life is also the soul, and that's where the soul transfer comes in. And knowledge / mind. So we have a lot more options trying to decipher what these say. We need to... There's so many different options here. There's little time, small time, few death. Based on the information about soul transference and things going wrong, I'm going to try to build the best picture from these tablets. There's little time. The soul containers are a success. They've been transferred, those containers, north to the soul garden below the lake island. So they already have the soul transference here. And they might be doing farming as a main contributing factor to soul transference. They need many bodies, and these bodies require life. And that is what the food for the body soul containers. That's what the farming is probably for. They need mind plants to transfer or move the process. Require mind forest. Need mind garden. Transferring process. Transferring minds or something. And this is taking place west under the poison water land. Third one. The transfer method for the souls was a success. So maybe they didn't already have it. The body was a success. The soul container was a success. The time has arrived. The deadly poison is required. And death is required to make life. And in the death garden is where they will transfer. And this is the death garden, looks like. Southeast, below the forest structure. And the final tablet, the death poison, or maybe time poison, stopping time, was a failure. The plant made darkness time. So it's too dark or something. So they decided to move home. But home was destroyed. There's no life. And the life and soul container was a failure. Zemetal destroyed. So it's not entirely clear if they actually succeeded or not. So it sounds like they started to succeed, but didn't actually succeed in the end. What with the whole, they're not around anymore. An interesting bit of lore that could tie into future quests out here. Just a small little bit of information. And it sounds like it's going to tie back over to Varlamore. So, whenever that comes out, this could be useful information to have. Or just a quest requirement. Depends how you look at it. But after a walk around to locations kind of quest, it's time for something a little more difficult. And once again, the final quest. Next time. Goodbye.